Players are getting $500 from Bungie for playing Marathon for a month. Bungie is continuously testing Marathon behind the scenes as it attempts to recover from its poorly received un-NDA'd closed alpha from earlier this year. Now, Bungie is about to do its most significant test to date, recruiting select testers to play Marathon for an entire month straight, requiring players to play for 1 hour in a specific window of the day every day. Do that, and you can receive $500 at the end of the month for hitting those metrics. Here's some of the email that was sent out. Quote, this user research study is a play test that will run for 30 consecutive days from Monday, September 8th to Tuesday, October 7th, including weekends. You will be required to play for a minimum of 1 hour daily during the playtest window of 3 to 7 p.m. Pacific time on weekdays and 2 to 8 p.m. Pacific time on weekends. Upon completing the study, you will receive a $500 gift card of your choice as a thank you for your valuable time and feedback. If you only complete part of the study, you will only receive the portion of the reward based on the number of days that you have completed. End quote. Tassie adds that he's seen some jokes saying that Bungie is desperate for people to test Marathon, which is why they're doing this, but no, that's just not true, and this kind of thing is a common practice for testing. So boys, what do you think? Do you think we can prejudge a game based upon this kind of practice, setting aside the issues that Marathon has already been going through? And if the opportunity ever presented itself, would this sort of deal ever be something you would be interested in doing?
Yeah, I'm all over it. I'm really.
That's intense, though. That is a lot of time. Every day, 1 hour, every day for a month.
But you read the fine print, and the key there was that it was prorated. So if you missed a day or whatever, you lost, what, $16? Look, if there was a game that I was super pumped about, say the new Halloween game that's coming out next year or whatever, they paid me, I would totally be on there an hour a day just farting around if I had the time. People can make a big deal of this and make a negative story about it and say, oh, they're paying people. It's so bad, they're paying people. But what I'm seeing here is they're actually making an investment. They're actually trying. This has got to cost them a pretty penny. They're going to go the distance on this game, and, you know, God bless them, because I sure hope it launches well and they're able to make the changes that they need. But it sounds like they're doubling down on their product, and this is heartening.
I'm with you. If this is something that is this is common practice, which it sounds like it is, so I'd love to see it. I feel like oftentimes you don't get any playtest at all. You have a 1-year beta or something crazy, the open beta, and you let the players play for free. So I feel like
that they charge you for, where you have to buy. Yeah, you have to buy some of the previews. They have to do that. Yeah.
So I think this is a positive thing. I still would love to know what the deal is with the artwork. What are they doing with the artwork? Are they swapping out? Is everything going to be changed in this game? What is the deals? I'm with you, Dan. I think you're right. This could be like a spun in a negative way, but I'm surprised they're still wanting to make this game after so much flack this thing caught. So it's great to see that they're going through, and who knows, this could wind up being a decent game after all.
Obviously, I love video games and adore video games. We have a podcast on them, but I think as soon as you tell me you have to play this video game from this time to this time or you don't get any money, I think as soon as I have that feeling for it, my enjoyment of a video game would absolutely tank. Okay. So I don't know, as a player, yes, it'd be great to have $500, but I don't know how I would review a game that I would be forced to play during a certain time to get that. I just don't know. I've never been in that situation. I don't know. So it sounds a little rough to me, but now the things that you guys brought up do totally make sense. It does sound like an investment. That does change my attitude around it a little bit, thinking that, hey, they're paying a player to give their opinion of it rather than charging a player to give their opinion on it. That does sound good. So yeah, I think you may have flipped a switch for me a little bit. I don't know. I can feel a little bit better about it.
If the same thing were in place with, say, maybe GTA 6, would your tune change? Would your enjoyment not be lessened? Would you still be excited? Like, would you do it? Would you go the month?
Oh, hell yeah. No, I would for sure. For GTA, for sure. No,
I'm not lying. No, I'm not lying. And I'm going to say no because of this. I want the crisp final GTA experience.
Okay.
I do not want to be a test person to find out if this thing in GTA works or doesn't work. I want the final beautiful experience with it.
Yeah.
That's a game I don't
think we know too either, like how much, like are they having to do like a journal or something after they test, like
they do have to do something afterwards. I cut a little bit out of the thing. You can read it online, the full report from Paul, and you can read also the thing that came from Bungie. They do have to do something at the end of it. Yeah.
See, that to me, then that just that little extra bit instead of just playing the game, that could wear on you after a while too. You're like, then you're really having to get in. You have to like really use your brain if you're trying to like fine tune. And I'm trying to use my brain as minimum as possible.
You want to use it less. That's your goal. Less brain.
So I don't know. That's tough for any game, really.
Good point. Off the cuff, though, I did name like Halloween as one that I would think would be a fun game to play test. Is there a game that you guys have that is just like kind of interesting, like John Carpenter's Toxic Commando? Maybe that one I'd jump in. Is there anything that's just in the your mind that you're like, okay, for this I might actually do it?
A remake I would do. A game that I already know. Like you give me
you say it.
Oh,
come on.
All right.
Give me a crazy answer.
No, I'm grabbing my stuff and going home.
Lord,
that's my answer.
Funny that you say that, Maulding, because I was gonna say the remake when it comes out, the Metal Gear Solid 4 remake. I would 100% play test that because I have Metal Gear the Delta fresh on the mind, and I just think that game is great. So I'm like, I would play for sure a Metal Gear Solid 4 remake. I think a Nintendo type of game, like if there was another Zelda coming out, I would be totally for that as well.
I feel the same way as Grand Theft Auto. I wanted that complete experience, flawless. I don't want to play test something like that.
Damn it, I didn't want to agree with you, but Maulding, I would agree with you on that one. That makes total sense. Well, if listeners have made it this far, definitely sound off in the comments. Let us know what game would you play test for, and what are your thoughts on the marathon or any of the stories on this thing.